Divalin, you there? Holy shit. Okay. Oh, great. Divalin. Hey. Divalin. Shit. Alright. Hang on, let me get you something.
What? When did you get here?
You with me, sweetheart? Let me check you.
I was just dozing off. I was just asleep.
So checking you for poisoning and such.
Poison? Poison? What do you mean, poison?
You seem like, Does she seem like she's, kind of got a dullness about her, or that she's in a weird,
She's
like,
a little
poison
bit
state?
phasey. It's obvious some of it's waking up after being in a deep sleep, but other parts of it, you can smell the alcohol in her breath a little bit. It's a fruity alcohol, but alcohol nonetheless.
Huh? Do you think you could drink some of this water for me? Start drinking some of it up.
What? Did you? I'm not gonna
A little
question
bit of
that.
incentive. If you don't drink it, I'll splash you with it.
Bitch.
Oh, I'm glad I can do this. You mind if I just scan you?
Go on ahead.
His flesh moving ability, basically general scan without being invasive.
A lot of her vitals and signs seemed to be normal, except signs the fact that she had been settling down and exhausted from adrenaline, for the most part. And there's definitely signs of alcohol within her system. A tad bit more than what her system usually would have. Not an overexerting amount, but definitely enough to the point where she's gonna feel a crash out later. Enough for a headache in the morning.
Darling, your body, your body's wrecked from exhaustion. Almost.
So, that's the case. Why is it so hard to sleep?
That's part of it. Your body is absolutely devastated. Adrenaline. You're going to. I mean, what goes up must come down. You understand? You haven't crashed.
Yeah, didn't get to sleep. That's what that was for.
Do you think you could get up? Maybe put you on the seat over there instead of up against this lovely marble. Might be a bit dizzy still.
How did you even know I was here?
After the
I
message, I
messaged
laid
the.
down for a bit because I thought, oh, you ain't gonna message me immediately with the stuff. Maybe you just need to have a nap. Then I got a notification from Helper. Oh, Helper fella.
Oh my
That you
god.
was poisoned.
Poison? What? No, I was just having one of our alcohol. One, two.
Alcohol's still poisoning, darling.
That's why it didn't register that I was just drinking.
Even then, I found you in a pretty sorry state, and I think the little guy had
You're
plenty of
not the
reason to
only
be
one.
a bit concerned. Now, you mind if I look at your hands?
This hand seems to have had to been bandaged 3 times in just one day. Signs of the first bandage still there with some of the actual remedies to treat it still on the hand, but obviously there's more than one type of wound. In this case, it seems the fact that there's been a cut mark, but then blistering and bruises upon the actual indents of the front part of the hand, and some of them have glass edges now.
Okay. I could give you a bit of a pick-me-up. My flesh weaving does wonders, but only on one condition.
Mm.
Try not to do it again.
Which part?
Perhaps the part where you've done this and thought you could just get away with trying to treat it yourself.
Ironically enough, I didn't do any of the treatment. I was too swishy.
Let me just help with the cuts and stuff. And we'll wipe this properly. I'm gonna be putting some alcohol wipe on it and things like that, so it's gonna sting. I know, sweetheart. What's going on?
What isn't going on?
Apparently everything that's not in my direct line of sight, that's what. They're gonna have to kill me in, honey. There you go. Let me numb it. Cause whatever has wronged you, I think you know this already. But I would probably burn several buildings down for the Demeter family. I'm gonna wrap this up again properly. This is pretty good, but so it's gonna make it a little bit fresh.
All of Benny's kids are at my home. The person who was targeting him has come and went to his house, where everyone is. They're at my place, under my protection. Well, currently they're being watched by Michael, while Nikolai is at the hospital getting treated. Well, trying to.
Did he get attacked by these people or
The
something?
only one who hurt him was me. The comet took him over. At least whatever hunger it was. Y'all were right. It spread during the curse.
Oh shit. I was hoping that wouldn't be
He
the case.
tried to bite me. I reacted. And now he's there. Alone in a bed with people to watch him.
You don't got no one here. Well, you've got help.
Other people have issues.
It's gonna sting. I'm gonna give this the same kind of treatment, okay? It's okay. This is okay, but everything else you just told me is... Wipe it down.
You weren't the first person to come here. Tibet accidentally came here anyways as well. When I didn't realize he was gonna be here. No. He tried to help clean up after I did all of this.
Let's see.
And then I talked to him. It helped for a minute, distracting me. But we talked about the factor of the never-ending issues that is people. And in this case,
what
a
you
walking
got, but I know
heartbreak.
what it is. Walking heartbreak?
Wallflower.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah. She's broken many hearts now, unintentionally.
The little lady?
Yep.
Oh, but she's a sweetheart. Oh, wait. Oh, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
I think I can see the idea.
Gets a little too comfortable sometimes.
She's... I guess I don't know too much about her any of that. She always seems very energetic and wants to help folks, but she dumb as bolts.
She's not emotionally aware of her actions. That doesn't stop her from digging herself into a deeper hole.
I used to be a bit of a young man. Let's just put it that way. But how even then I knew what I was doing was being an awful... I was being a dick. But I didn't care. She doesn't seem like she don't even know she's doing half of that. Does she?
She doesn't know she's broken hearts yet, not a single one. But she will soon.
And no one had the chance to confront her on it? How many dollars?
I didn't. 4, maybe 5.
Oh, fuck, okay. Huh.
After the second one, I noticed the pattern with the third. Didn't know if it was my place until I realized how deeply it affected those that I cared about at that point.
A lot of your folk in your circles technically getting hit by this.
I had to sit in a very private conversation with a few of them and hear about their deep squeeze.
Oh, don't do that. Leave it, honey. Just a little bit of a stretch. Hang on, let me check that again. Did she just open wounds again?
They seemed as if they were strained, but close, but not fully open.
Okay. Alright, your hand's alright. Just let it sit.
I've been
You
too
can find
soft.
something else to take your stress out on. Just not on your hands, you need those.
I've been thinking a little bit, and I do have a perfect excuse, honestly. Wallflower is fine. She's a sweetheart. She doesn't know what she's doing. If anything, she's about to become a victim of her own accidental plan of breaking hearts. She'll have to learn a little bit because of her own actions. But this person, if they were just targeting Benny, it'd be fine. They threatened the kids.
The kids are targets.
At least as far as I know. They went to the house where they were at. They threatened him there. I think he said they threatened the kids. I've been needing a distraction.
Have you
So
shouted and screamed
simpler.
about it enough yet?
Shouted? I've laughed and I've cried. I've cried a lot.
Have you cried to someone? Anyone?
The one I usually cry to is in a bed right now. I have to be strong until he's okay.
I know that ain't the same. It definitely ain't. But if you just need to get your grievances out, say any cruel things. I see people on their worst days and sometimes their last. I ain't gonna judge you. I'm here for you.
I'm familiar with what I'm feeling. And I'm sorry if it seems very, very, very dark.
It's okay.
I
Honey,
am.
you know I've
It
been
was. It was war. People were getting killed, villages torn apart by giants. I've seen families torn apart and things of this winded. I know what my anger is capable of. I've killed many off of it. I've killed those who are twisted, demented, those who would not change. I've always felt like I had some type of moral superiority to fall back on any time. I had a reason most of the time, every time. I had a couple of dark dots here and there about prolonging the pain, not ending it too quickly. But that's as far as it usually goes. I think something about coming here changed that about me, though. The idea that Wallflower made Nikolai uncomfortable or crossed his boundary, and the idea that she would do it again made me want to bludgeon her head in. I know I thought about it. I didn't act on it. I never do. I never do. I never get to. But I thought about it, about someone I had almost considered a friend for a time. That's new. Never someone I knew that was not innocent, but didn't intend me harm when they did me wrong. And now this new evil, specifically evil woman, comes into the fray. Not targeting Benny, but targeting anyone attached to try to get him to come back. I don't see this as a villain to oppose. I see this as an opportunity.
Opportunity
What
to
if
manifest those feelings, to actually have an outlet.
to let loose potentially a side of me that I've held back my entire life and see what happens?
There's a scary part. You've held it back your entire life. It ain't just like turning on a faucet, is it? The water's gonna be like a dam bursting.
I'm scared, not of what I will do, but what I will have others see from me. I already had to bet, so seen a sign of weakness from me, my inability to control myself and break pieces of my own home. There's shame in that. What if they are afraid of me after everything's done? What if that
You
is what
got
I need,
people.
though?
You got people that you think that they're afraid of you seeing a part of them, but you'll be there for them all the same. Or that they feel a little bit of shame.
I'm so tired. It's a different kind of tired I hadn't felt before. It's familiar, though. I felt this when I lost him. Like, for just a second, I wanted this to be someone else's problem. And for someone else to be able to deal with it and handle it, and capable of handling, for me not to have to handhold it, for me not to have to be there. And I told Zabet that. I told him that I wanted to find more people out there that I could find reliable. I wanted people that I could call and be okay with doing things for me. I wanted more of them. And I wanted them not to disappoint me so vehemently, so violently, so vigorously, in different ways. I wanted to for once sit down in a day and tell myself that it is going to be okay because I look at this person, but no, the person I look for in that isn't on a fucking table right now. The rest of them busy dealing with things because of a fucking heartbreaker. The other side of it, having to take care of the kids because I am now incapable of doing it yet. Part of me wants to know what would happen if I simply didn't care. But I also know that I'd hate myself a lot more at that point if I did.
What does that look like?
A part of me that doesn't care.
What does that look like in your head as it plays out?
Lonely. It looks very lonely.
That's about the same answer I got from myself. I got ways to escape. I could drop everything, take what I want, leave. No one's gonna even notice I'm gone. And if they ask for me, and God forbid they ask of me of anything, I might just shoot them. I had to deal with someone getting poisoned today, and then a couple minutes later, someone came in with a laceration across their stomach that they had neglected for an entire week. And then after that, there was someone with a shattered arm and two broken ribs, potentially, and a concussion from hitting a sign. And there were people taking out electrical weapons in my cafe around the same time and showing their funny abilities. The amount of incompetency I have to deal with on a daily basis, I wonder how I haven't gone insane yet. I think it's because I do have an outlet. I'm not saying you have to be as dark as me about it. But I definitely have my way of getting these feelings out. I go hunting for food and game. Often. I try and smash things in a junkyard. I get angry. I get mad. You wanna know what anger is? It's a part of you that cares. It's a part of you that'll actually stand up. Like, why do you get angry? You know, if something's happening, it's a part of you that says, this isn't right. We need to be energetic about it. We need to do something about it, Han.
I have
It's just a different version of caring.
said it a while, and it still makes absolute insanity in my mind. How is it is easier killing a basic enemy, one that I could conceive as evil, than it is to deal with people problems? Why is it so much easier?
Because there's more to care about there.
I feel like I'm worried and scared. Because I feel like even if we do get Nikolai better, even if he gets up off that table, there's just going to be something else that happens. I'm going to care about it. What if my caring puts him in danger, puts me at risk again? I already regret the way I handled Benny.
But
I
you
can't
learned from
keep
it.
doing this.
You came out of that experience as a completely different woman, right? You were transformed from that experience. The version of you that dealt with that situation then, if that version of you came across something else similar right now, I already know that they'd be doing something different to the version of you in front of me right now. You just wouldn't have the same solution. The little hothead I was so long ago would also have completely different solutions to me. The version of me 3 weeks ago would have different solutions.
I would have leaned into what my father told me and recognized what lesson he was trying to teach me. Our ability to change an outcome is ultimately manifested by our will over others. I would have given Benny a chance, And if he did take it, I would have cut off his hand and took him anyways. I should have done it.
I don't think that's something to be ashamed of necessarily. It ain't about the cruelty about it. It's that you have the capacity to do it and you choose the better option because you can afford to.
But I couldn't then. I shouldn't have done it then. I need to better realize when I am out of my options and I need to use force.
The reason I was such a hard ass back in the day is because I had kids that were looking up to me. It kinda wasn't a hard choice. Do I shoot this motherfucker in the face? Or do I upset the kids? It felt so black and white. And then even when, and I admit, even when things were a little bit more muddled, it was someone I knew, I tried my best not to hesitate. I still fumbled. You're gonna keep fumbling even if you've done it several times.
I have people who look up to me. I need to sort this out and think of genuinely what it is I want them to see in me. Because they're gonna learn one way or another.
You've been on adventures with folks. Right, you're an adventurer. You've been in a party with people and you've been through some good situations, right?
Yes.
I don't know if it's anything like what I've been through, but they've seen you in tough situations, I imagine. Is it like that? They've seen you deal with something and make mistakes, or see your genuine raw reaction to something that you probably wouldn't imagine you'd end up reacting that way in front of a handful of other folks, even though you've been traveling with them for a while. They're like, oh, well, that's a side of you, right? When you're with a posse.
I was a little different back then, too. I also saw things a little bit less gray than I thought they would be. A band of goblins attacking a town, it's simple. You have to kill them. They're killing the people, but what happens when a few of them surrendered and suddenly you have prisoners or people in front of you? What do you do now? I converted some of them under my side, and they died anyways, trying to fight for us.
My point being,
And the worst, I kept going. I just thought that this was a part of it.
My point being,
part of adventuring.
These people have seen you make choices that you probably never realized you'd make, even at that point in your life, or that you may not put too much thought in, but they've seen that side of you. If you went through those journeys, and there's people that have seen aspects of you, but you're not necessarily proud of what you've done. But they're still your posse. Right? Did you just keep on venturing? Did you just manage to keep on fighting side by side? People that you could still rely on despite the sides that they saw of you? Because they saw those sides of you, I imagine. It didn't stop them from
we all had
such.
Our darknesses, but we also understood each other more than anyone else we could have understood. Yes. We were a party. I guess that's why I'm so not used to this world. Everyone's so disconnected from each other. parties are usually gone. It's like no one
Yeah,
bothers to
about
look deeper into a person.
when you say you want to think about how you want to be perceived, it ain't about how you set up that image. It's about what you allow those people to see or risk seeing. Not the image you set up. And those deeper bonds that are made because you let people look into those windows. That's what I believe. I've seen people on terrible days. I've seen what they're like. It opens a whole other window of understanding how some of the people I see every day handle a moment when they get shot in the leg or they're faced with someone else that they know getting hurt and how they are worried and things like that. And I'm like, I'm seeing different sides of people every day in my work.
I have a
But that
question.
also includes the ugly. Like how you admitted that you got some ugly thoughts in there. And that don't make me no less likely to help you. What's your question, though?
If someone under your care or under your tutelage says they want to be a pacifist, that they don't want to ever kill someone, and that they want to go on adventure and help people with unkilling items, the rubber bullets, stun weaponry, what would you do? What would you tell them?
I suppose that's a pretty loaded question, you know? Yeah,
For the
asking me, I'm
gravity of the
definitely no
question I'm faced with,
pacifist, but
I'm
there's
not
an
either.
aspect of pacifism that I'm technically a pacifist, but I kill people every other Tuesday. It's if I can afford to. It's the realism of it. Depends on the tutelage. If they're going in thinking that they ain't gonna take a single life, then anti-approach. And then the other hard lesson is that one's belief is not one and done once you sin. Forgiveness. Not for the people around you because you have the power to be a pacifist, but for yourself for making a mistake or being in circumstances to take someone else's life. Some people think that they can never be a pacifist again because they've made that journey. They went over that threshold. That's not how that works. We go over thresholds every day. It's our choice to keep trying to fight for that. It's a belief, not a practice. Pacifism is a belief. You cannot practice pacifism properly. Belief is in those rubber bullets. That's what I would tell this person. They're not gonna be able to
Starting to
achieve their
hit.
dream. I'm sorry.
How much
That too
time do I
much.
need? No, it's just, it's starting to hit me.
Well, I'm smelling it everywhere, though.
Oh,
You're able to
should
have
not have.
full conversations. You're not slurring too much. You're able to at least walk here, so your motor skills are not completely impaired. Your poisoning isn't too bad, but it could have been pretty bad. The water helps. You should probably drink a bit more. You want me to get you another cup? I could tell you all of the terrible things that I, even as a doctor, think about If you're worried about not having people you can rely on, maybe it's a really terrible bit of advice, but you'll know whether or not you can rely on them depending on how they look at your darker sides like that. If you're willing to take that risk. Because then you
think
know
I'm gonna
that that
have to.
person is just like your posse back in the day or anything like that. And I got that same mentality for folks that I see. I would trust you like I trust one of my war brothers. Because we've been through the thick of things. I know you got your dark sides and tendencies, and I don't blame you for it. I don't judge you because we're in this together. Alright? If you need anything, you can call upon me, summon me. Like your little helper fella did. 1 second. Let me get you more water.
We're still.
Why the tap gotta be all the way over here? Feel a bit
I'm not gonna be
better.
able to hold back against that woman. Yeah. I'm not
Maybe
going
not,
to
but
either.
I think you
If
need
you're
to take some of
still.
it out and not like this. Cause I see what you're
I know.
doing. It's a sign. All of this is a sign, huh? Do you got an outlet? Anything?
No. Not a
Look, this
proper
ain't an
one.
official prescription or anything, but I think you need to take your anger out.
On where, how, what is the question. I've always had to ever suck it up in these cases. It's never usually the proper time. I mean, hell, the only thing I have is this woman that I have to try to get rid of for the kids. And she's slippery. She'll never just give me the chance to if she can help it.
When's the last time you gone hunting or anything? I know that the same as getting at someone
Ooh.
that deserving.
4, 5, maybe years if it's a proper hunt. It depends what you define as hunting, because I don't consider just like bow shooting
Wrestling a
at deer hunting.
sandworm. Going
That's a proper
fisking
hunt.
with a giant alligator in the swamp crags. Fighting a giant crab.
5
And then once you do
years,
all
I
that,
think.
you rip that stuff apart, you skin it, you cut it up properly, you do all of that. You use the body properly. So on top of going for a dangerous hunt, and it is dangerous, don't get me wrong. There's a reason it's exhilarating and it gets dangerous.
I think I need to. I mean, I did kind of just get this. I kind of need to practice using it.
Then it's two birds with one stone. I know you're probably a bit busy, but let's find a spot and a time. Let's fucking hunt.
There's something else that I want to do. I don't think Mr. Benjamin is going to approve as much, but I find it just as much important while the kids are under my care. I'm not going to have a young adult under my restriction, my care, unable to defend themselves. I want to teach them properly while I have them.
How young we talking?
Young adult. They're pretty much 18.
Okay, that's good.
One of them's Atara.
Hey. Well, I would
The other one's Ambrosia and Oda.
open a hand to also give them some help too. Let me know.
Wait, If there's a way we can set up an area for that, that'd be great, honestly.
I got space in the demi-plane. There's other places too. As terrifying as it sounds, the Gray's technically a great place to train.
At the same time, we need to find and make a place where they can actually learn to be themselves in the areas and utilize what they have. That'd be the difficult part with the Gray. I don't even know what they have.
With the demi-plane, I can make some areas that are also good for whatever kind of needs they have environmentally. So
Maybe we can set up some actual environmental trainings too. That'll be important for them to learn. That sounds actually kind of nice.
That's another way to get a little bit of steam off. You done much carpentry?
No, I can't say I have.
When I had to set up some defenses here and there, back in the wall, back in the warehouse industrial, fixing things here and there, you gotta be pretty hands-on. And sometimes being busy in that way, instead of being busy in this way, it's still pretty hands-on and satisfying. The hands still get a bit sore. But instead of being destructive, you end up being creative.
That actually sounds kind of nice. Although, admittedly, destroying something does sound a little nicer too.
That's what the hunting's for. And hell, maybe, now this would be a different one, but here's the idea. We get a little bit of steam out with the big hunt. You, me, maybe someone else, whoever you're okay with hunting, because we probably shouldn't just do it with just us.
Yeah,
someone
no,
that you are okay with letting your steam out in front of.
That's a... Ooh, that might be a tough... I know one.
Even if it's just
Kira.
one person.
Kira would understand the most. In terms of why I would do it, need it.
You, Kira, and me going on a hunt somewhere. Bring that back. Make something nice for the kids. It ends up being something, good. But also hopefully transformative for you. Then, a little bit of crafting. Maybe some of it could be setting up little things for training for the kids.
Oda wants to train in firearms. Atar is definitely wanting to advance her skills in acrobatics and a bow. Ambrosia's the only difficult one because she's only wanted to live a simple life, but she keeps getting caught in the middle of everything.
Does she have any passions for anything to do with
basic magics? She loves doing little tricks.
Is there any kind of media she likes?
Transformers to an extent, but that has a bit of a sore spot in her heart now. She likes cartoons.
It's a bit of a tough one when a person don't have any
She
particular
is a transformed cat.
Perhaps it's time she had a bit of a path discovery herself, but can't be forced, that's for sure.
No,
There's some
certainly not.
boys in our group, they didn't know what they wanted to do, and they never knew what they wanted to do. That's okay. Well, one thing at least is that they wanted to be helpful, so...
I might teach Atar or something like that a couple of quick grab and evade techniques since she wants to be acrobatic. How to use someone's weight against them, things like that.
I mean, if Ambrosia's feeling up to it, when we start doing building for the firearms thing or other little training things, see if she's up to doing a little bit of handiwork.
I can
How's
ask.
that sound for like a little bit of a... Is it a lovely list of distractions?
It sounds
But it
good,
also helps
honestly.
them at the same time. See, it's a little bit of an in-between.
I
You're doing
need
some of the things
you
you need to do,
and
and then you're also doing things you need to do for yourself.
Cassie to become MMR aftercare members. That way we can advance and use the resources we have from the MMR to help him.
I see.
God, I remember as well. I have to pray Eyes has the contact for the Comet woman, Oro. And hope she'll come back. So that way we can
Wait, the
ask her
Comet's a
questions.
woman?
Yes. Turns out the Comet's a living person.
Oh, that's weird. So a person's responsible for it?
Yep. Unintentionally, apparently, because
Oh,
she did
okay.
no idea. She had no idea that was happening to them all.
That was gonna be my
But
next question. It's like, did she know what she did to you?
no, she had no idea.
Oh shit.
But
Okay.
also, it also pointed out so many flaws in the security systems of MMR. I plan to fix all of them.
So I'll happily sign up and help you.
I appreciate that. For now, though. I feel like sleeping, but I also feel like I don't know if I'm gonna be able to.
I'm an antsy motherfucker. I just go around and I try and sort out details until I basically lose consciousness if I'm like this. Just make sure you got a pillow with you.
Yeah. Guess I'll take one of these.
Look, I know it
Alright.
ain't necessarily
Hmm?
good to maybe leave this stuff here like this, but come back to the plane with me.
Fuck it, it's getting sold soon anyways. None of this is mine anymore. Sure.
Maybe you can make some claims, but
Works for me.
come back, just enjoy the cottage for a little bit. Hell, if you got energy, you can walk around and start planning for the little training grounds and stuff like that. But I'd be damned if I'm leaving you alone as you are right now. You don't got a choice.
Alright. You're like my dad.
I guess. I'm taking you into a little backpack and we're going. And I got some nice drinks and all that stuff. I'm happy to come back this way if I have
In a
to.
little...
What?
Oh my god, you really are like my dad. You're just
Well,
gonna
yeah.
kidnap me into your backpack.
Well, yeah, that's one of the ways that you can get into my plane. It's from my backpack.
Y'all are so much alike.
What?
This is uncanny.
What
He
do you mean?
also puts people into a bag to take them somewhere else.
Yeah.
Alright. Guess I'm getting in.
Hell yeah.
That'll be.
Oh, do you have a
that'll be
medical kit?
seen.
I'd get you some more stuff just in case.
No. Okay. Well,
You don't
my
have a
stuff's
choice of
dead
putting you in a
now.
bag.